This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore.
Tucker Carlson is not just a sock puppet with eyes. Tucker Carlson is a dangerous demagogue. Tucker Carlson has immense power and influence in this country, outsized influence relative to his brain power. And he is doing something that is very dangerous right now. Not just hawking racist, official white supremacist propaganda in the Great Replacement theory and white genocide and spouting nonsense about a coming civil war. This trust fund goon is also spreading misinformation and hesitancy about the vaccine. It's an anti-science stance that really only could thrive as well as it does inside the conspiracy-laden monster that is the Republican Party. Last night on his show, he made a remarkable comparison to Jim Crow America, something ostensibly he would be in full support of, and the vaccine. There are several companies out there, and there are municipalities, not the federal government, but municipalities out there who are talking about the idea of like a vaccine passport or not allowing people to attend concerts or certain events or go to certain places, like nursing homes and whatnot, unless they are vaccinated to ensure the safety of our society, of our community, small and large. And Tucker Carlson is comparing it to Jim Crow. He's comparing it to having separate water fountains. Watch this clip from last night, and then let's talk about it.
Pretty much everybody agreed that segregation was the worst thing this country ever did.
All right, we're going to stop it right there. The first 6 seconds. 6 seconds here. Did you see what he did there? Everybody agrees that segregation was the worst thing that ever happened. Watch it again.
Pretty much everybody agreed that segregation was the worst thing this country ever did.
That's not by accident. He's doing that on purpose. He's playing cute with segregation, with an evil that existed in this country for far too long. This is dog whistles. These are signals to his racist base of viewer. And it's an effort to maybe indoctrinate. That's not an accident. Segregation is the worst thing. Oh, it's the worst. Tucker. Ugh. Anyway, watch the rest of this, and then keeping in mind what you just watched about segregation being the best thing, watch him proceed to compare segregation to getting vaccinated.
Pretty much everybody agreed that segregation was the worst thing this country ever did. Forcing certain categories of citizens into separate, lesser accommodations, barring them from public places, treating them like lepers or untouchables. That was completely immoral and wrong. We were told that a lot, and most of us strongly agreed. It was wrong. So imagine our confusion today looking out across the country. The very same people, literally the very same, who just the other day told us that segregation was immoral, are now enforcing segregation. Should we be surprised? Probably not, but we still are. Just this morning, the New York Times informed us that unless you can prove you have taken the injection that the Democratic Party demands you take, you are no longer permitted in bars, comedy clubs, even some dance competitions in the state of New York. You're too dirty to appear in public. You're not welcome near normal people. Want to watch the NBA playoffs in person? You had better be vaccinated to do that. Otherwise, the New York Knicks will bar you from Madison Square Garden. You can still go see a baseball game if you want to, but be warned, you will be sitting in your own roped-off section, marinating in your shame with the other disobedient bad people. Medical Jim Crow has come to America. If we still had water fountains, the unvaccinated would have separate ones.
Medical Jim Crow has come to America, says idiot Tucker Carlson. Ne'er-do-well Tucker Carlson. Look, there are obvious differences between segregation, racial segregation, and what he's calling segregation, but encouraging people to take the vaccine, get the vaccine, or take the injection, as he calls it. And that is the fact that you can't catch something from another race. You can catch a disease and die from someone who is not vaccinated. And there are millions of people in societies and in communities all across the world, specifically we're talking about the United States here, who are immunocompromised, who are in a medical position to not be able to get the vaccine. And it is for them that we should get the vaccine, because you can catch the coronavirus and be walking throughout your community and have it and not know it, be asymptomatic, and then pass it to someone who will get sick and possibly die, or pass it to someone who then passes it to someone who does get sick and die. We're going on 700,000 Americans who've died over in a year because of the coronavirus. And whiny McDipshit here, the haircut, is complaining about the advanced science that we can easily take part in, the free vaccine, to stop that from happening, to stop the death and destruction and carnage at the hands of the coronavirus. These are the idiots. These are the idiots who act like children who they don't want to do it because they're told to. Don't tell me what to do. You're not my boss. That's the attitude, the childish idiot attitude in the Republican Party and among morons like Tucker Carlson. It is dangerous. It's like, what's the worst take I could have? Let me get that one. He's taking the second worst take. At least he's not comparing it to the Holocaust, like Marjorie Taylor Greene. But it's, that one's taken. She already did that. Let's find a new angle. And he's done it. Anyway, Tucker Carlson is a scourge. He is a terrible human being. He is human garbage, who still hasn't accepted my invitation. A charity boxing match? Come on. Fit and spry Tucker Carlson? You don't want to embarrass me in the ring, brother? Yeah. That is something I am not afraid of. Anyway, I love you guys. I'd love to know what you think. 714-576-4054. Again, 714-576-4054. You can email me daily at dollemore.com. I appreciate your time. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. You can check out my podcast. I doubt it. Follow me on social media. Consider becoming a channel member. All the stuff that YouTubers say, clicking the bell and the blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I love you guys. I'll see you next time. Get vaccinated if you are not already. By doing so, you will be genuine and you will be taking care of one another. See ya.